Why do you sing? Why do you live only for him? Why do you love him so much?
The reason that I sing, the reason why I only live for him. Do you wanna know why I love him so? My beloved King, my one true thing, my everything, my everything. He took the scorn for me, he took the thorns for me, he took the sword for me, my beloved King. What kind of love is this that our great King would give his life for me to live? My beloved King, to suffer, bleed, and die for such a worm as I. Overwhelms my heart and mind, my beloved King. And he loves me, and he loves me, and he loves me, this I know. And he loves me, and he loves me, and he loves me, this I know. My beloved King, my one true thing, my everything, my everything. He took the scorn for me, he took the thorns for me, he took the sword for me, my beloved King. What kind of love is this that our great King would give his life for me to live? My beloved King, to suffer, bleed, and die for such a worm as I. Overwhelms my heart and mind, my beloved King. And he loves me, and he loves me, and he loves me, this I know. And he loves me, and he loves me, and he loves me. What kind of love is this that our great King would give his life for me to live? My beloved King, to suffer, bleed, and die for such a worm as I. Overwhelms my heart and mind, my beloved King. The reason that I sing, the reason why I only live for him. Now you know why I love him so, my beloved King.
Bro here. So yeah, I wrote and composed My Beloved King many years ago and hope that you can use it now for your own worship. And like I'm doing with all my songs, I dedicate them to people who've helped me significantly on my journey with Jesus. So my beloved King is dedicated to Bill Johnson and Chris Valentin, who are pastors at Bethel Church in Redding, California. They're like real pastors to me in that I see the heart of the Father in their preaching and teaching of the Word of God. And very humble men, and I just have grown to love them very much. Anyways, you might not believe what I'm about to say, but you know what? That's okay, because I don't care. But if you know my testimony or read my book, Echoes of the Raging Sea, exclusively on Amazon Prime, how I grew up in a very dysfunctional family situation, I learned very early on that my brother, well, he would be good if you just paid him $5. But me, I was good for nothing. Okay, of course, that's a joke, okay? But it's wrapped in actual painful past memories that I really did grow up with this sense that I was good for nothing. Because of being an attempted abortion survivor, born with my hands like this, and how people initially and generally, even still to this day, some react with reserve, clearly distancing themselves with social awkwardness around me. And it does try to taunt me still, as the devil knows my weaknesses. You know, growing up, I thought that my life was an accident, that I was a freak of nature. And so I dealt with a lot of rejection and abandonment, which did lead to some self-deprecation and self-sabotage, you know. And to this day, I have to fight off demons at times that still whisper in my ears, echoing accusations and insults from my past tauntings that my life is without real purpose, that I am delusional to think that God's mercy, goodness, and love applies to me, or that my life really adds any significant influence to this world. And I'm sure some people do wonder about me, why I do what I do, why I'm the way I am. Why do I always seem to be writing books and articles and blogs, and I write music and songs and just constantly putting out stuff, and I talk so much about Jesus and God. And am I trying to prove myself in some way, or am I just a religious nutcase, you know? and yet it's true, I still sumo wrestle with my flesh, with my core identity, my sense of self-worth sometimes, as the devil is there to mock anything that I try to do for God, as much as I try to convince myself of my little meager 2-pence offerings like this one. I know that I don't have such a radical love that just beams out in every direction for Jesus. You know, I miss the mark. I still fall short at times, and my love for God and Jesus still feels minuscule and undone, you know. And I'm in a battle, and sometimes I feel like I'm winning, and sometimes I feel like I'm losing. And, you know, true radical love is so more than just a superficial appearance of it itself. You know, true radical love is validated and determined really more probably when we are alone, when no one is watching, you know, our YouTube videos or how we appear to be in church, alone and not in the showmanship of the public eye. That's when our real love for God is either forged in the fires of reality and experience, or faked in the cloud of pretense and perception, in hypocrisy or insincere posturing. And I don't think my love for God is all that radical or above others, maybe as minimal and inadequate as any other soul on earth. I don't know, really. But I am so flawed and a man groping about in this fallen world. And yes, I yearn to always be more like Jesus and to be better for Him, you know, to be a better man. And in my secret moments with Him, in my quiet times when I look at myself, and I'm constantly reminded of how nominal, how inefficient, how inadequate, how broken and imperfect is my love for Jesus. But then I look at Jesus and I see His love for me, and in spite of me, yet He loves me. And I'm so amazed that, and really overwhelmed, that not just any king, but the King of Kings, the God of the universe, would somehow love such a worm as I. That this King would love me, that He would endure such scorn, be tortured and die such an excruciating death to save me, to rescue me. And so I forget about any ounce of so-called love that I would have for him. Not worth comparing, nor ever shall even come close to the true radical love that he has for me. So I have long since quit fishing for any compliments or thumbs up from anyone for the meager things that I attempt to do for God. My songs, my books, everything. You know, it's all vain without just wanting to lay it at the feet of Jesus, like the crown that he might want to give some of us when we stand before him. We'll throw our crowns before him. And I've had the praise of men, you know. I've had the applause of the crowd before. And yeah, it feels good in the moment, but it quickly fades as vanity into oblivion as my works, my love, my virtue, any virtue that I would dare claim to have, it fails and pales next to his love. So I'm resigned to just want my friends and family to know it's only his love that matters. It's only his love that is truly radical and perfect and pure. And I don't care or want you to see me as anything other than what I am, a ragamuffin brother. But I do want you to see who Jesus is, that he is the most precious, beautiful, most beloved King who died for us. He took the scorn, he took the thorns, he took the nails, he took the sword for us. What love, what unfathomable love that he has for you and me. May we come to that revelation that is not at all a primping contest about our love for him, but only about his love for us. God bless you. Ragamuffin Bro.